Years old, lasted 2 years. The Broncos missed the playoffs in back-to-back seasons. John Elway's statement: I spoke with Vance this morning and thanked him for all his hard work as our head coach. Although we decided to make this change, I believe Vance is a good football coach who has a bright future in this league. There are a lot of people who thought Vance Joseph would be out last year after his first season, a season in which they won 5 games. John Elway continues to say Vance made a lot of strides and deserves credit for what he has put together. James Palmer now live in Denver, live in the snow. It looked as if Vance Joseph may be one and done. He lasted 2 years, James. Year 2, not much better than year 1.
Yeah, you're right, Andrew, and you see what John Elway puts out there, the high standard that the Denver Broncos have. A couple of things that were always said around this organization can't be said anymore after these 2 years. You know, they have back-to-back losing seasons for the first time since 1972, and always under the ownership of Pat Bowlen. It was a prideful thing to say here that they had more Super Bowl appearances than losing seasons. They can't say that anymore here in Denver. And I'll tell you this, Andrew, just getting out of the Broncos locker room as players are cleaning out their lockers, Chris Harris making a really large statement saying he expects a tidal wave coming to the Denver Broncos organization. He expects massive changes coming. He doesn't think a lot of the veterans that were here during that Super Bowl win and Super Bowl 50 are going to be here moving forward. He, even reading between the lines, said he doesn't have a lot of years left in the NFL, and it sounds like maybe if this is a big rebuild, he may not want to be here moving forward, and where he stands and what the direction they want to go. And he wants a coach to come in after Vance Joseph, this being his first head coaching job in the NFL. He wants someone to come in with experience, and that leads to a lot of the guys I've talked to over the last 2 days have said they really respect Vance Joseph as a person, like him as a guy, but the decision-making that was going on during the week, decision-making that was happening in-game, left them obviously to have some questions. But if you look at what Vance Joseph was dealing with as well, the draft classes the last several years before this class that has shown that it's been a very good one in 2018, made it difficult to get through a lot of the injuries that they went through. The quarterback spot, and that's why this Denver opening is different than a lot of the ones that are out there. The quarterback spot moving forward, Andrew, is not solidified with Case Keenum having next year on his contract. They don't have a quarterback of the future. We'll see what happens moving forward. This is a different, really, layout than you see than some of the other openings around the league.
And you have to wonder as well about head coaches that may or may not want this job, considering the quarterback situation.
Yep.
Since Peyton Manning retired, it's been the likes of Trevor Siemian and Paxton Lynch. There was a first-round pick that didn't work, and then Case Keenum, as you mentioned there. Other first-round picks like Shane Ray said today he's likely playing elsewhere next year after being inactive for a lot of this season. Only 1 year for Steve Wilks. That's it. 3-13 and fired today. The official wording for the Cardinals: they have relieved Steve Wilks of his duties. They will be picking first in the 2019 NFL Draft, and it seems as if, as we bring back Ian Rappaport, our NFL Network insider, that